Take $80 or 20% off that purchase as your first single item purchase. I always recommend that when people apply for the HSN card, they do it on a more or higher price item because you get a larger savings on it.
Oh, good call.
Yeah. Okay, listen, this is the first time this has been presented today, and it's one of my favorite products that we sell because we're really one of the few companies that sell one like this.
We are.
And it's from Emerson, and it has to do with any of you that have VHS tapes, which you really cherish the memories on them, but maybe you don't even have a VHS player in your entertainment center any longer because they're so antiquated. My recommendation is buy this Emerson system because you can go to they call them dubbing houses and pay them $25 to $50 per tape to do it. But you can own this and you can start a little part-time service doing it for friends.
It's a great idea.
It really is, and it's extra money. So you put the VHS tape in and it will burn it to disc. You can also do that because you can record your programs, burn it to disc. It's holiday price. I don't think we ever do that. At $179.95, free shipping, and it is on 5 flexible payments for $35.99. It is 443-340. Now, Aaron has got a variety of demonstrations to show you, but the most important thing is he's going to take out his world-famous one-finger demonstration, which is going to show you that it's really simple to operate, because that's important to me.
It's so very easy to use. So, okay, here's the problem. The problem is most of us have these in our house, right? We have tapes in our house, and if you're lucky enough to have tape somewhere in your house, you know, in an attic or an basement or wherever, they are memories that are important to you. They're often, you know, a wedding or a birthday or an anniversary or some really important family event. Well, the problem with it is exactly what you see here. Tape is not meant to stand any sort of test of time. So barring, you know, catastrophe sort of things, fires and floods and all of that, just the air that we breathe, you can see on that tape, it starts to oxidize the tape over time. Probably a lot of your tapes have been sitting there 20, 30 years. The years go by fast. And as it oxidizes that tape, it starts to turn yellow and it starts to turn brittle. Eventually it breaks and you don't have the memory anymore. So that's the bad news, is that if you have your memories on tape, they're not safe. The good news, to Bill's point, in my soon-to-be world-famous one-finger demonstration, you're gonna see that with it really is with one finger, you can move all your memories over from tape, where they're not safe, to disc, where they're safe, where they're protected, where they stand the test of time, where they take up less room, and where they look better. You think, what do you mean, where they look better? Well, let me explain. This is what's called an up-converting DVD VCR. And an up-converting DVD VCR, which most of your VCRs and DVDs are not, takes anything that you're playing and it up-converts it. I'm gonna just grab this cord to show you something. It up-converts it into high definition, into 1080p high definition. Did you know right now, when you watch your DVDs on a standard DVD player, even if you have a high definition television, you're watching your DVDs in standard def, not in the highest def possible, not in 1080p. This changes that. So your entire your entire library of movies, you know, you maybe have an awesome TV, you spend some money on a really nice high def TV, you're not fully enjoying that library. You don't have to go out and replace the library. You don't have to go buy Blu-rays. You don't have to go buy high def DVDs, because this up converts everything for you to 1080p. We include, by the way, the HDMI cable. These can be pretty expensive, about 10 bucks a foot, and this is a 3-foot cable. So the nice thing is this plugs in, both the DVD and the VCR, plug in one cable from the player into your television, and that's all the setup there is. There's not 6 or 8 cables, you know, one from your VCR, one from your DVD. You know what a pain that's been in the past. So those are the first two things. Number one, dub tape to disc, and that's, I'm on a mission, I'm on a soapbox, I get a little preachy about it. I always say, and I believe this is the most important item I sell, this and Viper Antivirus, which protects your computers, because both of them protect your memories, they keep you safe. So the number one thing, dub your tape over to disc. Number two, it up converts everything to 1080p. And number three, this records directly from television. So you can, if you've ever paid, like raise your hand if you've ever paid the cable company, if you paid a monthly fee. We've all done it, right? You don't have to pay that monthly fee anymore in order to record. This records from television, whether you have cable, whether you have satellite, whether you have disc or dish or any of those sort of things, doesn't matter. You use your own antenna. This is antenna free. And you can record right from television directly to disc. And you'll notice the 4 things that I've recorded here, see, I've recorded in these little, very professional looking individual thumbnails. So each of your shows, you can you can actually title them, you can do little individual clips, or you can do, you know, entire movies at one time. And now we're gonna show you just how easy it is to do with one finger. Ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Here we go. So as we walk in, another thing I will point out as we go in to do this. Do you have an old camcorder, an old beta camcorder, a high 8 camcorder, you know, any of those old, whatever, it doesn't matter, disc, tape, small wonder, flip we used to sell all the time. You can plug your old camcorder into this as well. So this is a huge feature that it's a very expensive feature usually on machines like this. It's your audio and your video cable, so any of those can plug in and then you can record anything from your camcorder to disc too. I get that question on Facebook a lot. People say, I keep my old camcorder around just so I can watch the movies back on this little 1-inch black and white screen.
Most people have converted to using phones for videos.
Right.
But a lot of us have those like little mini 8, you know, tapes.
Right,
and so,
or the VHS-C tapes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember those?
So convert those to DVD, and then it converts them to near high definition.
That's the thing, 1080p.
This is great. Now, Aaron's going to do the demonstration to show you how simple it is. I just want to advise you that this is a day for electronic shopping. We've noticed many people are looking for giftables. You can check us out on hsn.com. Watch this now. When Aaron does this demonstration, it's as quick as one button, and then it'll burn it right to the system.
All right, so here's how easy it is to do. You guys see, I've got 4 thumbnails up here. We can all agree on that pretty easily, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stop the disc from playing and just put this into VCR mode, okay? That's all. Now that it's in VCR mode, all you do is take whatever memory it is you want to be made safe. Whether it's a wedding, an anniversary, a birthday, a bar mitzvah, Hanukkah of days gone by, whatever it is, you pop it in there and press play. One of the things that you'll notice when it starts playing is it looks better than tapes. This is an old tape, this is 15 years old. It's a play that I did with my good friend, it's a musical we did years ago. Look how good the quality is. The quality is that good because remember, it's up converted. It's up converted to the highest of high definition to 1080p. So already just the tape, even if you just have old tape movies, just watching those back is awesome. But here's the big thing. Okay, I've got my finger all warmed up, ready to make this tape safe, to keep the memory. Right down here, there's a button that says dubbing. I'm gonna press that one time. Boom, that's all there is to it. See, VCR to DVD dubbing. Now, this old magnetic tape, this old technology is being moved over to disc where it's safe, where it's protected, where it looks better, and where you have it digitally. I could, at this point, I always show my hands at this point because I don't want anybody to think that I have to adjust anything, that I have to sort of coach it along. You can put in a tape, you put in a disc, you hit record, you can go to work. You know, and you can let it run, and when it gets to the end, it'll just move everything over. Or you can do what I'm about to do, which is make a little individual clip. So I'm just gonna press stop, okay? Stop. And what this is doing, it's writing to disc. It's taking this magnetic tape and it's moving it over to disc. Couple of things you should know. This disc will play back in any DVD player. Any DVD player. So you can give these discs, if you want to put together holiday memories, you can give them as gifts, certainly, and anybody will be able to play them back. The other thing is, once you have it on disc, think about this, it can go into your computer. Well, heck, once you've done that, I mean, the sharing is endless, right? Whether you put it on Facebook or whether you edit it or whether you do transitions. One thing that I'm suggesting is you see the 5th thumbnail in real time. Remember, we had 4 thumbnails just a minute ago. There's the 5th one with the touch of one button. My big suggestion for you, if you're having everybody over for Christmas or for a holiday party, New Year's party, tell all of your friends, all of your family that are coming over, bring all of your old tapes, bring your old camcorders. And while you guys are there, after you have dinner, everybody can put in their tape, and as you watch it and have a ball watching your old memories, your Christmas 1998 and your Thanksgiving 2004, whatever, just hit dub. So you'll create an entire disc of your family's memories, everybody's memories. You all get together this time of year anyway. Why not just knock it out at one time? And then once you have that disc, you can burn as many copies of it as you want.
Plus, I want you to stop whatever you're doing right now. If you're watching the show back and forth, maybe between doing things in the kitchen, go look and see how many VHS tapes you've got. How many movies did you purchase? How many tapes do you have? Maybe your wedding tape? Maybe one of your children's confirmation or a bar mitzvah, an anniversary party. Those are precious memories that are irreplaceable. And if you've got them on tape, preserve them on disc, and then you can just upload them to your computer easily. If you want to, share them. You can ship them as a present, because they're easy to pack into a greeting card. I'm just gonna recommend you do try it. If you have not tried this system, it is the simplest one that we offer. It is the only one that we offer that upconverts from VHS tape to DVD. You can also use, by the way, the system to set up and to record TV programs so that if you travel a great deal, you can have them on disc so that you can catch up. And if you use the rewritable discs, you can just record over them. 27,000 have been sold this holiday season.
Incredible.
We have about 7,000 left through Christmas, which is, I mean, creeping up to less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, and then we're there. So if you're like, if you've already purchased all of your large presents, great. This might be something you want for you. And as I said before, I have spent money for taking tapes and also Super 8mm film and converting it to DVD. It's expensive.
You do all that yourself now.
I spent a fortune.
Yeah, and we're still guaranteeing Christmas delivery, is that right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Still guaranteed for Christmas delivery.
That's
no
awesome.
problem.
So you can get it home. It's a great thing to have home for the holidays. I'll tell you what else. If you have to buy for somebody who's really difficult to buy for, like I always think of my brother-in-laws, you know, executives in their 40s and 50s, and they don't need anything. They're so hard to buy for. They don't have this. And they love to watch movies. They all took video of their kids growing up, and I'm sure they would love to move it over to disc. So even if they're just a movie buff, because everything you watch is in 1080p, if you were just gonna go buy a DVD player, you would probably spend, I don't know, $129, $139 on an okay DVD player. This is an up-converting DVD player. If all you were gonna do is just watch movies on this, if you needed a new DVD player for the basement or the guest room, or you just got a new television or whatever, you need to upgrade your DVD player. And then, of course, the fact that you can dub and all of those things in addition, that's just makes it all the better, of course. All of these tapes, by the way, you see this whole bunch of tapes. Bill was just talking. He said, go see how many tapes you have. I bet you have a lot. All of these tapes fit on this many discs. And I love that portion of this, that it's just a little bit of a space saver, a little bit of a cleaner-upper. I like to keep things pretty neat. I live in a kind of little condo. So it's a really nice way to just tidy everything up and tidy everything together. Bill mentioned already, but I'll say it again. If you've been thinking about a second job, if you're trying to make a little extra money, maybe in the new year, but you'd rather work from home than go somewhere and work, I always tell people, put an ad on Craigslist that says, I dub wedding tapes to DVDs. Nearly every home in America has wedding tapes that they want moved over. And those dubbing houses charge a lot of money, and people have to part with their tapes for a long time, and we won't tell anybody how easy it is. That can be our little secret. I know I've only got a minute or so left, but that's enough time for me to do the demonstration for everybody one more time.
And before he does that, I just want to remind you that if you go right now to hsn.com and you get this into your shopping cart, we'll only charge you, 5 flex payments for $35.99 a month. Free shipping and handling. Aaron's gonna show the simplicity in dubbing. The dubbing process is not complicated. You don't have to have a degree in technology. You don't have to go through manuals. It's plug it in, connect it to your television so you can monitor the activity, watch the thumbnail build, and watch it transfer. It's that simple.
It's super simple. Let me show you guys just how easy it is. So right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thumbnails, right? I've got 5 thumbnails on the screen. I'm just gonna press stop. I'm gonna move this over into VCR mode, and I'm gonna start my tape from playing. Bill, I'm gonna ask you to come do the honors.
Oh.
Is your finger,
do I get to do it?
Have you done finger calisthenics
this
morning?
Is this gonna be my favorite one-finger demonstration?
Right down there, dub, and that's to show you. Okay, that's it, let it go.
The green light comes on and it shows, okay, now it's going to DVD.
VCR to DVD.
And I've seen this DVD a dozen times or more.
Yep.
And it is better quality because you're seeing now the transfer color.
It looks...
Or the transfer quality.
Is it converted to high definition? I mean, that's one of the things we hear over and over again is people are just very surprised at the difference, how much better things look once they're up converted. I'm gonna go ahead.
So funny, Aaron Berger.
I'm gonna go ahead and press stop here as we relive my favorite moments. Press stop and let everything transfer over. It will ask you when you eject if you wanna finalize it or not. You finalize it. Once you finalize it, it can be played back again in any DVD player. So that's one of the keys. Something you should know, there's one factory in the world that makes the heads for VHS players left. There's one factory, it's in China, and we don't know what happens. When that factory stops making those heads, we don't think we'll be able to do these anymore. You know, it's something I mentioned because we don't really have a clock on it. It used to be that we sell hundreds of thousands of these a year, but we can't get enough stock in anymore. That's why you only see it maybe 4, 5, 6 times a year, something like that. So something to be aware of. We have them in stock now. We have them available now. It's the holidays. You're thinking about your memories. What a great time to preserve them.
You know what? We're getting ready to wrap it up for a reason because we've got our HP computer coming up. That is a touchscreen computer you don't want to miss. But before we move on, I'm just going to suggest this to you. Get this home and take all of your old tapes. and get them on DVD. You've got like a month and a half to do it because of our holiday return policy. If you're not